キュリエイト。妹。ニンニンデイズ。
Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of NinNinDays on Nintendo Switch. I see Sumire hanging onto a telephone pole up ahead. What in the world are you doing up there? A dog? Just below the telephone pole that Sumire is clinging to is that huge dog belonging to the woman I almost bumped into. I'll help her, yeah. The dog giving Sumire trouble looks like a breed called a shepherd. The owner is nowhere to be seen. With sharp teeth and a large body, it appears ferocious enough to tear a person to shreds. The shepherd barks and then jumps up at Sumire. She looks pathetic clinging to the telephone pole like that. Sumire, are you alright? No, not at all. She cries out in a voice like a scared little girl. I've got to do something. Sumire, hold on. I'm going to save you. I have to prepare myself for the worst. If I can just call the shepherd's attention my way, then he'll leave Sumire alone. The only fault in my plan is that I can't guarantee its success. More importantly, I've got to put Sumire at ease. I see the leash hanging loosely on the dog's collar. The leash is still attached to the collar. My guess is that the owner couldn't keep up with her dog when it took chase of Sumire and lost hold of the leash. If I can get a hold of that leash, I can pull the dog away from the telephone pole. Let's pray he doesn't leap at me when I try. Slowly and steadily, I draw closer. Yep, clearly he's noticed me. From a dog's point of view, letting someone other than their owner grab their leash has got to be absolutely unacceptable. Rrrr. Nope, this is terrifying. He's going to jump and attack me at any second. Pull yourself together, man. If you run away here, you'll look like a total loser. I'm not the bad guy, okay? I squat down and close the gap between us. Yes? Approaching the dog slowly, I managed to grab a hold of the leash. Oh? As soon as I get my hands on the leash, he comes towards me, tail wagging. There we go. Who's a good boy? When I give him a pat on the head, he closes his eyes in puppy bliss. I was ready to defend a ferocious attack, so this reaction is unexpected, to say the least. Now that I think about it, there are a lot of big dogs who tend to have gentle natures. That lady is scared of you. Why don't we give her some space? He plainly looks sad when I tell him that Sumire is scared of him. He's pretty adorable after all. Hey, you can come down now. I yell to Sumire after putting some space between myself and the pole. Sumire doesn't even so much as budge. What's wrong? I'm holding the leash, so don't worry. She said she was afraid of dogs, but it seems like this is quite a strong phobia. Look what a good boy he is, see? I pet the shepherd once again, and he barks sadly at Sumire. Sorry, I'm so sorry for all this. Oh no, I'm to blame as well for almost crashing into you before. We bow to each other, apologizing, as the woman tries to catch her breath after running over. Oh, you're holding his leash? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have. Saying this, I hand the leash back to the owner. How unusual. My puppy hates it when men try to hold his leash. You two must be on the same wavelength. Would you like to play with him again sometime? Sure, that sounds great. I guess friends can be found in the most unexpected places. I'll make sure to carry snacks with me next time. I have no experience owning a dog. What kinds of snacks do they like again? What kinds of snacks do they like again? I'll check it out online when I have time. Now then. After checking that the dog is out of sight, I call to Sumire again, who is still stuck clinging to the telephone pole. Hey up there. About time you got down, don't you think? Don't worry, the owner took him home. As if my words were a signal, Sumire just slides down the pole without the slightest hesitation. Just when I think she's about to stumble, her legs fold and she sits on the spot. Hey. Sumire manages to smile while she scratches her nose in embarrassment. Are you going to be sitting there for a while? I couldn't do that. Come on, I'll give you a piggyback ride. Why not? You don't want a piggyback ride from the likes of me? Isn't it a little late for that? I did find you collapsed on the street from hunger, you know. You have to listen to your master, Sumire. Enough already. Just get on. Sumire replies abashedly and then slowly climbs onto my back. I make sure she's holding on tight, then start walking back home. Not at all. Breakfast, though. Yeah, I've got some concerns regarding Engel's coefficient now. We continue on without talking for a while, but eventually Sumire breaks the silence. I can tell by her voice that she's pretty bummed out about all this. That's not true. Everyone has a few fears they have to deal with. Oh yeah, there are even techniques where ninjas use animal companions, aren't there? I remember seeing from a manga where a character summons an animal to his side. Fire jutsu sure is cool and all, but you can't deny the more classic arts like summoning. Sumire, are you skilled in summoning? That's not very clear, so you're not good at it? Then why can't you give me a straight answer? Sumire seems to make a decision about something and starts to fidget on my back. What's she planning? I hear a light pop. However, there's no sign of a dog or cat appearing anywhere. Huh? Was that a no-go? Looking in the direction that Sumire indicates, I see a small creature in the middle of the street. That's a mouse, right? Speaking of summoning, I expected something along the lines of a dog or a crow. I hadn't anticipated this. The little mouse scurries towards Sumire and stands directly in front of her, as if waiting for her command. Definitely unanticipated, but I can't deny that it's a fine example of an animal summoning. Wow, that's impressive. You did a great job. Well, why'd you think I'd laugh at you?
だって里のみんなは人間を口寄せしてるし。
You hate dogs, so what's the point in pushing yourself to do the impossible? I can't see her face, but I get the feeling she's feeling anxious. I'm just wondering, but why are you so bad with dogs? Considering what just happened, her phobia is no joke.
人間の訓練中にちょっと
Something?
うっかり尻尾を踏んじゃってすっごく吠えられたの。お尻に噛みつかれて大変だったんだから。
That's all?
本当に食べられると思ったんだからね。
I see. A childhood trauma, I suppose. When I was in kindergarten, I'd been bitten by a snake, and since then, I've never liked reptiles. Still, I wouldn't cause an uproar like Sumire had.
恥ずかしい。人間もちゃんと口寄せできないなんて。やろうと思ったらできるんだけど、やっぱり犬は怖くて。
Because of her fear, it seems that she prefers something inoffensive, like a mouse. A mouse would make a fine ninja companion. It's small, so it could sneak around effortlessly. Well, to each of their own, Sumire. What's wrong with that? Out of all the encouraging phrases that popped into my head, that's the only one I managed to voice. She may have faults and be a bit clumsy, but Sumire is trying her best to become a first-rate ninja. Isn't that enough? She has nothing at all to be ashamed of.
そうだね。主様、ありがとう。
I think I feel an imperceptible tightening of Sumire's arms around my neck. Oh, she's trying to kill me? A few days have passed since Sumire decided to start living with me. As usual, Sumire stuffs in a mouthful after mouthful of rice with a beaming smile on her face. I sit before her as she's chowing down, thinking of making just one suggestion. Hey, Sumire, what do you think about helping me out around the house? Since she's arrived, not only have the dirty dishes and laundry increased, but so had my food costs. I've got to work and don't have time for the accumulating amount of housework.
家のこと？もちろんいいけど、どんなことをするの？
Let's see, cleaning up and stuff.
掃除？私まだ一人前の忍者じゃないのに。
Huh?
そうと決まったら、まずは標的の情報を集めなきゃ。主様、何人掃除すればいいの？
Whoa, 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 I think you got the wrong idea. When I say clean up, I don't mean assassinate.
違うの？忍者に掃除をお願いするってそういうことかと。
Sheesh, how vicious are you? Cleaning the house, like taking out the garbage, dusting, and so on.
はあ、そっちか。びっくりしちゃった。
That kind of cleaning. It's not something one would normally misunderstand. I'm the one in shock here. I've been swamped with work. I'm letting you stay here, so could I ask you to do this as a favor?
お安いご用だよ、主様。
You're a lifesaver. Alright, let's figure out what to do after breakfast.
よい。
Sumire looks back at me with a carefree smile. I like your peppy attitude, but we gotta do something about that rice stuck to your cheek. Alright, why don't you start by washing the dishes?
勝手に承知、任せて。
Sure. What is this sudden crushing sense of unease? There was that commotion with the fire jutsu earlier. Oblivious to my unease, Sumire skillfully gathers the dishes from the table and carries them to the sink. Did you help with chores at home a lot?
昔は何回かお手伝いしたことがあるんだけど。
What does she mean, but? That's super suspicious.
最近は母上も父上もすみれは食べるだけでいいの、お願い大丈夫だからってお手伝いさせてくれないんだよ。
I see. If even Sumire's parents are begging her not to help.
主様もひどいと思うでしょ。私だって母上のお手伝いしてあげたいのにな。
Maybe she wanted you to concentrate on your training.
そうかな。母上、すごく何かに怯えるような感じだったんだよ。
Oh, what did you do? Sumire's panic is palpable. I look in the direction of the kitchen sink. You okay?
問題ないよ。
Sumire had just caught a plate mere inches from the floor.
これぐらいならいつも通りだよ。大丈夫だって。
Oh really? She continues to drop plates, barely catching them at the last moment, escaping disaster. Dear Sumire's mother, I really do empathize with you. Despite her leave it to me attitude, as the observer, I'm on the edge of my seat. I suppose that since she's a ninja, she's compensating for her clumsiness with her quick reflexes.
主様、お皿洗い終わったよ。次は何をお手伝いしたらいい？
Let me think. At this rate, any chores using gas would be unwise, so definitely no cooking. Hopefully she can manage cleaning on her own. Next, can you clean up the house?
Hi.
Here, this is a vacuum cleaner. The outlet's over there.
わかった。
I'll take out the trash.
よい。ところで、主様。この掃除機とコンセントって何？
Are you serious? She'd never heard of a rice cooker, so not knowing a vacuum cleaner either is reasonable. Wait. Why am I justifying this? How did you clean your house?
はたきとかほうき、ちりとり、雑巾、それから。
That's a lot of outdated cleaning equipment.
うちは昔からこんな感じだよ。掃除は心身を鍛える修行になるからって母上が言ってたし。
I see. I'm sure that using machines would take away any meaningful training. But not knowing what an outlet is? This is just bizarre. For now, just stick this in the outlet, then press this button, and the vacuum cleaner will turn on. When you want to stop it, press the same button.
それだけ？
And that's all. Easy, right?
この黒い尻尾を壁に刺して赤い丸を押すんだね。
Black tail. Why can't you just say plug? Yep, you've got it. Sumire rests her chin on her fist and nods her head up and down pensively a few times. I'm not positive she understands, but it should be fine. Everything is peachy until I have 1 foot out of the door to take out the trash. It's not the sound of the vacuum cleaner that worries me, rather the sound of a few metallic snaps as if something broke. That vacuum tends to jam if it sucks up something strange. I call to her just to be sure. Did something get stuck in the vacuum? I peep around the corner into the room and see Sumire on guard with her throwing star and knife. Whoa! Lying on the floor in front of Sumire is the miserable broken carcass of my vacuum cleaner, stabbed clean through with another one of her throwing stars and knives. How did this happen?
主様、このからくりの中にあやかしでも封印してるの？
Of course not. My vacuum is destroyed.
だって黒い尻尾を壁に刺したら暴れ出したよ。ゴーって大きな音を立てて。
Well, she did say she'd never seen a vacuum before. The sudden loud noise must have petrified her. Wait, but doesn't that mean she had to chuck her knives at it? Oh, wait, but that doesn't mean she had to chuck her knives at it. I'm just about to call Sumire, who's poking the vacuum with the tip of her throwing knife. That's when my phone starts to buzz. Why does it have to be now? Glancing at the screen, I see the word Mom displayed. What now? Just days ago, she'd called to ask, aren't you going to look for a job? We'd thought about it, and ever since then, she only texts me when she wants to talk about work. That was the night I met Sumire. Other than that, my parents usually contact me when it's important or an emergency. I should pick up. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Sumire is still zoned out. I press the answer button. Hello? Oh, hello. It's Mom. Well, what is it? I've told you a million times I'm not interested in a new job. It's not that. It's about your...
すごい！主様、これ何？
Sumire grabs my hand and pulls it towards her chest, forcibly peering into my phone screen. Ooh, what's your problem? I'm making a phone call, so chill out. I'd accidentally hit the speaker button and my mother's voice echoed through the room.
これどういう仕組みなの？母親ってことは、主様のお母様とお話ししてるの？
Of course, so just quiet down for a minute. Who's this? Are you my son's girlfriend?
主様のお母様、こんにちは。
Master? Nothing. It's nothing, Mother. Listen here, young man. I understand dating girls, but should you be making her call you that? Mom, it's not.
主様、もっとお話ししてみたい。
Ah, shut up already. By the time I finished teaching Sumire about the chores while simultaneously trying to get things done, the sun is already starting to set. It's already nighttime when I eventually get dinner on the table. Man, I'm beat. I never thought teaching housework to someone would be so exhausting. The housework was part of it, but that phone call had caused me the most mental exhaustion. My mother had misunderstood the whole situation, and it had taken a considerable amount of time to dispel her doubts. In the end, the phone call hadn't even been urgent. All she wanted to talk about was getting rid of my childhood toys. I could care less. Just figure it out without me.
主様、ご飯まだ？
I get it. And give me a minute. It's on its way. Sumire had a satisfied look on her face after finishing her chores for the day. Completely shameless. That's what that smile is. Scooping rice I'd cooked this morning into a bowl, I handed to Sumire.
いただきます。
Sumire opens her mouth wide and piles in a heaping spoonful of rice. She sure loves eating. Ever since Sumire arrived, I've been cooking 5 cups of rice a day. At first I thought 3 would be too much. But she eats every last bite with so much enthusiasm that she'd probably eat mine if I don't pay attention.
おいしい。
As long as she enjoys eating this much, as the cook, I couldn't be happier. Will you be able to use the appliances tomorrow?
大丈夫。主様に教えてもらったことは忘れないよ。
Alright, if you're sure. I still feel uneasy, but if she says so, I hope.
そうだ。これ、主様が外へ行ってる時に届いた手紙だよ。
Handing me the letter, Sumire sticks out her chest proudly, as if saying, "Look what I did." Thank you. Like I explained to you this afternoon, you can throw away all the flyers in the mailbox. You got everything else, right?
Hi.
After hearing her cheerful confirmation, I looked down at the envelope. Credit card bill, ugh. This shouldn't be urgent. I'll check it later.
主様、お友達からのお手紙？
Nobody writes letters these days.
そうなの？私の里だと友達と文通をするって普通のことだけど。
With the difference in culture and old-fashioned ideas, I almost start to think that Sumire time traveled here from the past. I begin to wonder what Sumire's home is like. You don't have phones or vacuum cleaners, not to mention outlets? Do places like that really exist nowadays?
あ、田舎だと思ってバカにしてるでしょ
I never said that. Honestly, I'm just curious.
う。里のことはあんまり話しちゃダメって言われてるからな。
I knew it. I had a feeling it was a hidden village of sorts.
でも、主様だったらちょっとくらいいいかな。
Hmm? Really?
いいの。私の里は山奥の方にあってね。みんな忍者なんだよ。 里の外の人に会うことはあんまりないかな。たまに新しい血を入れるために外から人が来ることもあるけど。
New blood. It seems like a pretty small community. Inviting in new blood must be to avoid marriage between relatives. Apparently they have no contact other than that. That's why she'd been so unfamiliar with an outlet and other appliances. Suddenly diving into civilized society from that environment must be confusing.
そういうのに慣れていくのもこの修行の目的だからね。私はまだ見習いだけど、ちゃんと修行を終わらせて立派な忍者として認められたいの。そのためにももっともっといろんな経験を積まないと。
You're eager enough, that's for sure. Still, I'm not about to let her rip my things into pieces with her throwing knife at every new discovery.
主様もいつか里に案内してあげたいな。
What? She couldn't be talking about new blood or whatever.
そういう意味じゃないよ。ただ主様にはお世話になってるからと思って。
Yeah, I knew that. Sorry for the weird reaction.
私は別に。それより主様、お手紙は読まなくてもいいの？
Oh, I'll read this later, don't worry. It's one thing while I'm eating alone, but opening this in the middle of our dinner would doubtlessly be bad-mannered.
おかわりするけど、主様の分も一緒によそってこようか。
No, I'm fine. I still have some left.
そう？じゃあ私の分だけおかわりしてくるね。
While I'm lost in thought, Sumire's pace doesn't slow and she continues to suck down rice like a vacuum cleaner. The rice cooker is empty before I can blink.
ごちそうさまでした。
By the time I ate one bowl of rice, how many did Sumire devour? I'll try counting next time.
主様、
Sumire's gaze slowly lifts from her empty rice bowl and slides towards me. She peeps up at me through upturned eyelashes. What is it?
正直壊しちゃったでしょ。それなのに謝ってなかったなーって。ごめんなさい。
Oh, don't worry about that. It's okay. It was old anyways, so now I have an excuse to buy a new one.
そう？
Sure, don't feel bad about it.
ありがとう、主様。
A smile blossoms on her face. Yep, a smiling face definitely suits Sumire. I almost forgot about that broken vacuum cleaner. Until she mentioned it, I'd completely forgotten about the vacuum. Actually, maybe I've been avoiding thinking about it. I just don't have enough money to consider a new one right now. In my situation, a broom and dustpan might be more financially advisable. Let's do this.
主様、どこかに行くの？
I'm going to the home center. Remember, I'm leaving the chores to you tomorrow. Well, I thought I'd go get you a broom and cloth and stuff.
そっか。じゃあ、お皿洗いは任せて。お風呂掃除もやっておくから。
I'm counting on you.
いってらっしゃい。
Please don't break any dishes, I silently pray as Sumire waves goodbye to me. Aw, man, rain. I'd made it all the way home. I'd made it all the way to the home center to buy the cleaning supplies. But when I leave the shop after getting my shopping done, it's raining buckets. I'd feel stupid for forking out money for a new umbrella and run home instead. Maybe I should have gotten an umbrella after all. It's too late for regret now. I'm already soaking wet anyways. Didn't Sumire say she'd get the bath clean? It would be a pain to go all the way inside with these dripping clothes. I'll just take the first bath. Taking my pants and shirt off in the entryway, I stand there in my boxers. I swiftly move to the bathroom, trying not to drip any rainwater on the floor. This is the convenient part about sharing the housework with someone. Yikes, it's cold. Glad I got Sumire to wash the bath. I already sense something is off the second I step into the bathroom. Before my eyes is a half-naked Sumire. Sumire blushes and looks away from me. Oh crap, this is bad. She's gonna snap. For my part, this was an unavoidable accident, but how can I convince her? I'm going to apologize. I mean, I can't look away. When I try, my line of vision just becomes fixated on Sumire's naked body. So soft, so fit. A million thoughts like this run through my head at the sight of her body. At the end of this rush, I find myself wondering, will she get mad if I touch her? Of course she'll get pissed. What are you thinking? Sumire's chilly gaze brings me back to my senses. What am I doing? Apologizing first should be a no-brainer. I leap out of the bathroom and close the door behind me. I'm sorry. I never thought you'd be in there. Total silence from the bathroom. What? I hear the sound of a door opening. She must have gone in to take a bath. Oh man, I really pissed her off. I think as I lean against the bathroom door. After Sumire finishes her bath, I go in to take my turn. I know I should have apologized when she returned to the main room, but something told me now is not the time to start a conversation. I finish my bath and then try to apologize to Sumire when she calls me over. Which leads me to this point. This feels serious. Wait, no. I caught a glimpse of Sumire changing and that was wrong, but it's not the end of the world. Sumire? No, it's nothing. What is this oppressive atmosphere? I'm scared of saying the wrong thing and digging myself even deeper into this hole. Yes?
私も主様に先にお風呂入っちゃうねって言わなかったのも悪いと思うよ。でも脱衣所に入る前に確認しなくちゃだよね。
Well, that's true, but if I add I'm used to living alone here, she'll get even more angry. Even I can give myself credit for understanding that.
父上に怒られちゃう。落第忍者の烙印をされたらどうしよう。
You can become a failure as a ninja just for that? Anyway, what does your father have to do with this?
すっごく関係あるの。男女がお互いの裸を見せるのは一生約束した関係じゃないとダメって決まってるんだから。
Yeah, right. Well, I've never had a girlfriend, so what do I know about romantic relationships anyway? But these days, since there's such a thing as a shotgun wedding, some couples must be seeing each other naked before marriage. Well, some couples, what? How about most couples? When she says it's known, could she mean possibly that it's ninja law? Hey, I wasn't naked when you entered naked either, right? That's not failure.
私は裸だったよ。
Not completely. No, that would be a distasteful jab right about now. It'll only make things worse. If you and I keep our mouths shut, your father will never know, right?
そうかな。でも、主様、秘密にしてくれるの？
Who would go I out of my way to announce? Or maybe that's supposed to be why would I go out of my way to announce, yep, I saw her naked. I've never had a girlfriend, so I don't know if that's normal, but still.
よかった。でも、だからって覗いちゃダメだからね。
I wouldn't do that. Faced with a glare like that, why would I willingly jump out of the pan and into the fire? But that is... sorry. I'll be careful next time.
わざと覗いた ないみたいだし、いいの。あ、それから、これ、ありがとう。
Sumire is holding all the cleaning equipment that I bought earlier.
私、頑張ってお部屋をきれいにするね。
Great. I know you can do it. It's a big help. Sumire smiles bashfully while nodding.
明日はどこを掃除しようかな。
Apparently, Sumire wants to decide where to clean and starts walking around the room. Watching Sumire, something suddenly occurs to me. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that credit card bill. I open the envelope that's been left on my desk and check its contents. I mentally prepare myself for a big bill, considering I've been spending a lot more money on food since Sumire got here. I rub my eyes in disbelief, but the figure on the paper remains the same. 110, 100, 1,000, 10,000. No, there are too many digits there. There's one more zero here than should be. Did I really spend that much? Could this be because of Sumire's food budget? I'd anticipated larger food expenses, but this is way more than I expected. I should get paid for work before this money is withdrawn. But I'm worried about next month's bill. I side-eye Sumire, who's calmed down a bit after her search for places to clean. I've trusted Sumire with the cleaning. Asking her to take on the burden of a part-time job would be overdoing it, right? I need another job. If I change to paying in installments, this will become a battle to keep up with the interest.
主様、どうしたの?
Perhaps she heard me muttering to myself. Sumire approaches me and tilts her head to the side as if to peer at my face. No, it's nothing.
本当に? 主様、難しそうな顔してるよ。
If I explain my financial concerns to Sumire, I know she'll end up feeling guilty. We haven't known each other for that long, but Sumire is pretty reliable. She may be clumsy and not of touch with modern society, but she's an earnest girl at heart. Sumire replies with an "oh" and returns to her cleaning tools, fidgeting with them. I turn to my desk and start up my laptop. I hope I can find a decent part-time job. Staff needed, urgent, high wages, and so on. I check recruitment and advertisements where these slogans are lined up one after another. The only job that offers flexibility are temp work. That's not secure enough. Other part-time jobs, like staff work or management, are few and far between. Ideally, I want something that doesn't interfere with my current job, but I'm hardly in the position to make any demands.
主様、何やってるの?
Nothing in particular. I closed the web browser before Sumire manages to sneak a peek. This will all come to nothing if I'm caught now.
あ、これ何? あの板と同じ道具?
My cell phone. Well, it's similar. You can use it for almost anything.
私にも使える?
I can teach you how to use it, but promise you won't chuck your throwing star at it, okay? Sumire blushed at the words that had spilled from my mouth.
大丈夫だよ。あれはちょっとびっくりしただけだもん。
It seems she's remembering the vacuum cleaner she destroyed not so long ago. This is so expensive it can't even be compared to a vacuum cleaner. She can break anything else, but not my laptop. Alright, take a seat here.
Hi.
Giving up my seat to Sumire, I end up standing next to her. Use this to move the arrow on the screen. I used the mouse to give her a little demonstration.
Oh.
It can't be that astonishing, but considering how she'd reacted to the rice cooker, it's to be expected. Little by little, I show her how to operate my laptop until she can execute some simple functions. Normally I only use the internet, so this should be enough for now.
こことここを押して。
Looking at the letters displayed, Sumire concentrates hard on entering something in the web browser. As is, she'll probably be focused on my computer for a while. Meanwhile, I'll just... job hunting. With my attention on my phone, I check a few recruitment sites. Recently, there are more and more sites like this, yet I can't decide if that's convenient or inconvenient. There's just too much information, and I have to sift through all of it. For now. I search for a job with a flexible schedule and high wages. That, plus something I can do long term. It won't be easy finding something that good. As I expected, late night work really has the best pay. There are less customers than during the day, and wages are higher because it's nighttime. While searching for work, I noticed that Sumire has frozen in front of the computer. Sumire, what is it? Glancing over Sumire's shoulder at the screen, what I see there is...
主様.
My secret collection. Of course, this includes photos of sexy women posing seductively. Crap, when I asked her to clean, I'd gotten rid of all my dirty magazines, but I'd still been careless. I'd never imagined Sumire would eventually use my computer. Slam. In an extremely calm and collected manner, I quietly closed my laptop. How could this happen? Hidden in the darkest recesses of my hard drive, protected by a password. Sumire, you saw nothing, understand?
でも...
Understand?
一つだけ聞きたいの.
What? Just get it over with. I've taken enough damage mentally for one day. Tomorrow, how am I supposed to interact with girls tomorrow, how am I supposed to interact with the girl I'm living with after she's seen all my private fun times material? If she ever tells me, so this is what you do in your free time, master, I may not be able to recover.
あの男の人と女の人は何をやってたの?
Eh? What did she just say?
女の人、すごく気持ちよさそう.
Ah, stop! Just stop! Not another word! No way, she has no idea. Dear Sumire's parents, I don't mean to criticize the way you raised your daughter, but maybe her sex education has been a bit sparse. Wait a minute, didn't Sumire say that a girl can only show her naked body to her promised one? I thought this was a ninja tradition, but that can't be right. After all, female ninjas are supposedly knowledgeable and skilled in the art of lovemaking. That means Sumire's lack of sexual knowledge is surely a gift from her parents. I'm sorry, Sumire's parents who I've never met. If Sumire returns home with some suspiciously eyebrow-raising life facts, what will my excuse be? They're not doing anything. I don't know either.
主様も知らないの? そんなことがあるんだ.
I'm sorry, I know exactly what they're doing. Just forget it, and don't ask anyone else about it. Don't you dare go around talking to the neighbors about this. Got it?
わかった。私と主様の秘密だね.
Yes, keep your secret, please. Now, time for bed. I abruptly cut off our conversation and run away, escaping to the bathroom sink. I've got to move the contents of my hard drive. Overcome with the fear of being discovered again, I reach out for my toothbrush. A few weeks have passed since I had to get new work due to the tight spot I've been in because of my rising food costs and good old Engel's coefficient. At first I thought it wouldn't be so tough, but the exhaustion continues to pile on day after day. I have more morning shifts these days, so even if I am physically exhausted, my body has started waking up automatically at the same time. Sumire is in bed, snoring away like always. I started getting ready for work and make myself breakfast, all the while wondering if I'll get caught in this type of life cycle if I get... Oh, wait. I start getting ready for work and make myself breakfast, all the while wondering if I'll get caught in this type of life cycle if I get a company job. For Sumire, the smell of breakfast is her daily alarm clock, so by the time I finish preparing, she's awake. Hey, breakfast is almost ready to go, so go wash your face.
Hi.
After our usual morning exchange, my day finally begins.
主様、洗剤の残りが少ないかも.
Seriously? We don't have a backup?
予備があるのは柔軟剤だったと思うよ.
Oh, it must have slipped my mind.
あとはゴミ袋もちょっとしか残ってなかったかな。
We're running out of everything, aren't we? Oh well, I'll grab some on the way home today. I discuss our lack of household items with Sumire as I set breakfast on the table. This is our daily routine. Thanks to Sumire mastering the housework, I can concentrate entirely on working. Well, she does make the occasional mistake.
いただきます。
That being said, her mistakes aren't exactly life-threatening. At first, I'd gotten worked up when she broke my vacuum cleaner, but now she's using it like a regular pro. She can be clumsy, but otherwise I believe she's pretty talented. She may even cook someday. I've never eaten a girl's home cooking. It would be like a dream come true.
違う。
What's different? I asked, surprised at the never before seen expression of seriousness on her face.
いつもの主様の味じゃない。
Isn't the same. I didn't change the seasoning or anything.
全然違うよ。目玉焼きの焼き加減もお米の柔らかさも違う。ほら、お米が割れてるでしょ。いつもの主様ならお米が割れないように研ぐはずだよ。
Oh, you noticed that, did you?
今の私は主様で作られてるようなものだからね。ちっちゃいことでも気づくよ。主様、最近顔色が良くないのも分かってるからね。
Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to save. There we go. It's L or ZR. They're all shortcuts. There's no like actual like menu. It's kind of strange how they do it. Okay. That being said, why don't we stop there? This is audap. Oh, I didn't save. Save, please. Do the thing. Thank you. You've been watching NinNinDays on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's lighthearted romantic comedy. I actually kind of like it. It's real refreshing compared to all the other stuff I've been playing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.